Naturally Curly World. I'm Amanda, an editor at Naturally Curly, and with me today is Curl Boss and founder of Carol's Daughter, Lisa Price. And tell us what we're going to be making today.
Well, we are going to make a blended oil that you can use on your hair as well as your skin.
So although I work at Naturally Curly, I'm not the biggest DIYer, and I would love to use a blended oil for my hair and body that's really simple, easy for beginners to grasp.
Well, it's really easy to do because you don't have to do any cooking at all. You're just going to pour and drop and blend. So it's pretty simple. So what I've selected for our blend today is grapeseed oil, some liquid jojoba, and then also some apricot kernel oil. And the reason that I've selected these is a few reasons. The molecular structure of the oil is small, which just basically means when you rub it onto your skin or put it in your hair, it's gonna soak in. These also don't have a very strong natural odor. So if you didn't wanna put any fragrance or essential oils into them, you don't have to. And then the recipe is pretty simple. It's about 4 ounces of oil to about 12 drops of essential or fragrance oil. And you can go up or down with that depending on your own preference, but that's a pretty good gauge and a good place to start. So we're gonna do this sort of eyeball. I've been making products for over 20 years, so I kind of know my ounces by sight, but roughly we would have the grapeseed oil be 2 ounces of our 4-ounce mixture, so about half. We tend to think that jojoba is an oil, but jojoba is actually a wax. So this is a liquid wax. So you don't want to put a lot of wax on your hair or skin, but it's still a really great moisturizer. So we're just going to put maybe about a ½ ounce of the liquid jojoba. And then we're going to finish up with the apricot kernel, which would be about 1.5 ounces to roughly make our 4-ounce amount. And for the essential oils, we have lemongrass, which is really great for your scalp, but then when it comes to your skin, lemongrass is a good oil balancer for your skin. And then aromatherapeutically, it's great for keeping you sort of calm and joyful. It can't make you happy, but it sort of balances you. There's something uplifting within it. Then we're gonna use jasmine, because I adore jasmine. And it's a beautiful floral that smells great in your hair. It's not something that sort of turns in your hair. You don't want something that when it gets heated up, it smells funny. And jasmine is not one of those things. And then warm vanilla to ground it. Since we're using this for body and for hair, we want to be mindful of what we're putting into it so that it blends into a nice fragrance. So your vanilla is your grounder, and then we're going to move on to the jasmine. I think I had about 6 drops of vanilla, and I love jasmine. I can go for the whole 12 with the jasmine, but I'm going to leave room for the lemongrass.
So I noticed that you said one of the oils is balancing, and I noticed that more naturals are incorporating the oil cleansing method into their regimen. So would you say this is okay to put on your face?
I would not put this particular blend on your face. If you wanted to do a face version, I would maybe make an ounce bottle, very small, use a dropper top on it, and in that 1 ounce, maybe have about 4 to 5 drops of a lemongrass oil. Then that would be fine for your face. And you could skip the vanilla and you could skip the jasmine. And then this is ready to pour. What's really great about dropper tops is you're making this in your kitchen. You don't have a preservative system necessarily that you can put into it, so the least amount of contamination, the better. So you're not touching the actual oil, you're touching the dropper, or if it's a squeeze bottle, you're squeezing the bottle, which is great because it'll help that stay fresh longer. And you just did DIY.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
And it wasn't painful.
It was not. It's very simple. This is a really simple recipe that I could use at home. I can change out the essential oils and the ingredients to my liking.
Absolutely. There are so many different base oils that you can work with. It's really the person's preference, what their skin responds to, what textures they like, what scents they like. And the possibilities are really endless. So this is just a beginning, and then you go into the kitchen and you play and you create your own.
So if you have any recipes that you want to share with us that may potentially be featured in a Naturally Curly article, just share it below in the comments section. And thank you so much for joining Lisa and I making this DIY blended oil.